Have you ever stood in your garden, looked around, and instead of feeling proud, you've just seen everything that still needs doing? If this is you, this video is for you, because this is something I see all the time. There's a good chance you felt it too. You finish one thing and your attention goes straight to the next. There's always something that needs to be cut back. There's always something that needs to tidy. There's always something that isn't quite right yet. And over time, you stop enjoying your garden. You're in it, but you're not really in it. By the end of this video, I want you to understand why the feeling just doesn't go away and how you can start seeing your garden differently. Over the years, working with gardeners and in my own gardens, I've noticed something. A lot of people I've worked with are women who love their gardens, but they don't always feel confident in what they're doing. They second guess themselves. They feel like they should be further ahead, and they're not always sure if they're getting it right. And what I've realised is this: it's not just about learning how to garden, it's about learning how to trust yourself in the process. And the reason is most people measure their gardens against something that really doesn't exist. A finished version, a perfect version, a version that's always just ahead of where we are right now. So no matter what you do, it never quite feels good enough. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because the target keeps moving. The second thing that happens is your garden slowly turns into a list of jobs. You go out with good intentions, but instead of being in the space that you're working through, and maybe you recognize this, you just can't sit down. You just can't switch off. But there's always something else that calls your attention. I remember a journey of my own. It was a time when I was given some advice that completely changed how I worked. I was told to slow down and find my balance so that I could speed up again. And at first, that didn't really make sense to me. How can you slow down and then speed up again? Because I thought being productive was meaning doing more, was fitting in more things, getting through my list faster. But in reality, I was always busy. I never felt that I'd ever finished. When I was first introduced to goal setting, if I'm honest, my heart sank, because it took me right back to those moments where I'd set a goal before and I'd never followed it through. It was something that had a fear of dread inside me, because I thought, here we go again. I'd actually made this feel something personal about me, that I wouldn't stick to it, that I'd fall short again. But when I finally understood how to do things differently, everything changed. I stopped trying to do everything. Instead, I focused on 1, 2, or even 3 things each week. And step by step, as I started to move forward in a completely different way, things began to change. Not rushed, not overwhelmed, but clear. And that's when things really began to make a shift for me. So what is the shift? It's not about doing more. It's about noticing differently. What's already working? What's grown? What feels good? Even if it's not perfect. And sometimes it's as simple as this. Go into your garden not to fix it, but to experience it. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you stood in your garden and allowed that to just be enough? If this resonates and you're starting to see that maybe it's not about doing more in your garden, but seeing things differently, I put together a simple guide to help you do exactly that, to help you understand what you're seeing before you decide what to do. It's a really calm guide. It's a practical way to step back, to start building confidence in your garden without feeling overwhelmed. You can download it below because there's something most gardeners don't actually realize. Even when everything is done, that feeling doesn't disappear. It just finds something else, something new to focus on. So in the next video, I want to explore something closely connected to this. Why doing more in the garden can actually make you feel worse and not better. Remember, every plant grows with care, and so do you.